We want revolution.
Bookmarklets on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats, loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to this episode of the Informant Podcast, your news source for information regarding Mafia wars from Zynga. I'm Pistol Pete from Stockholm.
Live long and prosper.
And I have with me here tonight, Jana, Mig, Death by Gucci, and Jennifer, the Mafia Wars loot lady. Chester is taking the night off, taking care of some family that's not feeling too splendid, so we wish them all the best. What's going on with everybody?
Hey.
Hey,
Having
Pete.
a good week?
Hey, Jenna.
Hello. Missed y'all last week.
I know we missed you too.
Seems like we can't get the whole crew together anymore.
It's
I
hard
know,
this
it's
season.
sad.
Maybe there's a strategy there. We don't want everybody in the same room so that in case we get jacked, we got somebody on the outside.
It's like the vice president. We always have to keep someone safe. It's been rough, though, because you know how it is at the season. Everything's changing, and the kids are all getting sick at school and sharing it.
No doubt. My middle guy's got a fever again, too. I cannot believe that we're just short of a week away from Christmas.
I know. Yay. I'll be so glad when it's over.
I can't wait for it to be over.
I can't either, but I love this time of year because all the lights, and some people are nice. Most people are irritable because they're partying with too much money. So, Pete, what's going on in Stockholm this week?
Well, we've been busy trying to keep up with things that are going on in the game as far as some things that aren't working. I'm going to talk a little bit about that with Jennifer here in just a few minutes. The other thing that I was going to lead into with is, one of the questions I get a lot at Stockholm is, what is the number one bookmarklet, the most used bookmarklet that exists? The one that technically holds the lead is Repeat Job Vegas.
Really?
Yep. Then the one that follows up to that is the one that Jennifer and I are going to talk about because it leads into a story about the new Dr. Dre event, which is the Lincolnator. It was kind of a shocker to me. We keep pretty good stats over at Stockholm on the usage and stuff like that, and the leader of the pack is Repeat Job Vegas. And I guess since you can still get a lot of really great loot still in Vegas, you know, and the Foo Fighters are still pretty good, that you're not, you know, without having to buy something from the marketplace,
Right.
then I think it's not surprising that that one is up there at the top.
Nice.
Yep. Jennifer, so tell us a little bit about the whole Dre event. And then
Okay. Well, I thought it was kind of random because, you know, we're going into Christmas. We have all this stuff going on. And then, boom, we get another rapper event. And Snoop Dogg and Dr. Dre, they're like homies, I think.
2, 3 into the 4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door, ready to make an entrance. So back on
It's
up.
a gifting event, just like the pigs and the masks and the cakes and the serial assassins. But these are Dr. Dre themed items. And Dr. Dre's like a big rapper, and he's coming out with a new album.
It's like this and like that and like this, and Dre creep to the mic like a fan.
Well, I'm peeping and I'm creeping and I'm creeping.
But does he play Mafia Wars?
You know, I wonder. He left a video telling everyone about Mafia Wars, so he knows it exists.
Okay. He doesn't think he needs to
Well,
go
Snoop knew it existed. I think he knew it
Yeah.
existed too. He just didn't know what it was when he announced it during the big blow-up event, which was
That's why I wonder.
which blew
So
up
I don't
in
know.
more ways
I
than
guess
one.
Zynga thinks that the majority of Mafia players like
Rappers.
are hip hop and we're cool.
Well, I'll let him in my Mafia.
Yeah,
I'm
me
cool
too.
with that.
But anyways, the only difference in this gifting event from the others is that there's a contest attached to it, and the lucky winners will win a signed DVD or
Of his
CD.
new album, Detox.
Yeah, I don't know what they call them now.
It was a CD.
Oh, a CD. Okay.
Yeah, it was
I'm
the
so-
CD album of Detox, which is his
Okay.
latest album.
That or a pair of Beats by Dre, which are these like high tech headphones.
Yeah, I'd like those, I think.
Yeah, I want them too, so you guys will be jealous of me.
I want you to be jealous of me.
Now, do you know, Jennifer, in order to participate in that, because I was trying to read up a bit on it, and all you have to do is just finish the event.
And we'll get 3 entries if we master it 3 times. However, and unfortunately, I'm sorry for everybody who's not in Germany or Canada because it won't count for you.
Well, we didn't make the rules.
No, we didn't.
No, and if you're
And
in
neither
Canada,
did
you have some pretty interesting rules too.
Yeah,
Because
there's
exclusions.
exclusions.
If you actually win in Canada, then you have to actually answer a mathematical question without aid in order to, yeah, I swear to
Yeah.
God. The
Yeah.
Bossy Don found it. It was in there, the agreement.
That's ridiculous.
Well, and what I thought about this, I was thinking about this for a long time. First off, you got attorneys in a room that had to put this document together. But that, enough said, that's probably what caused all this weirdness. But two things happened in Canada. One is, one big exclusion, that the province of Quebec was excluded from the event. Well, that's French Canadians. So there's obviously some law in the French province of Quebec that probably prevents some kind of, lottery or contests or whatever else. And then the regular part of Canada and all the other provinces, they probably have some stipulation that in order to win a thing, remember when the slots came out, there was a lot of questions about whether or not it was legal and so on because it was a game of chance and that the gaming commissions could be all over it. They may have some stipulation that says you have to have
a permit or
you
something.
have to test for it. Yeah, there's something more to it than just luck. There has to be some skill to it. And by
so
having a
that's-
mathematical question unaided was how they would be able to determine. And I'm really curious to know what that mathematical question is going to be. Is it going to be something just like, okay, what is 2 plus 2?
I want to know why. Okay, remember when Snoop was on and wasn't the grand prize? Was it $25,000 or $100,000?
25,000, I think.
Okay, so and now Dr. Dre comes along and it's a signed CD and headphones that cost $350. I
I'm
want to
still
know where the
curious,
difference is.
where did
there.
they ever publish the winners of the last, even that $25,000?
That's a good question.
And what happened to all the iPads?
I don't
Absolutely.
know.
Who got them? I never heard a word.
I certainly didn't get mine, my official Mafia
I didn't
Wars
get mine,
iPad.
and I thought for sure.
The only thing I got out of that event was somebody sent me pictures of what was in the swag pack.
Right.
But I never heard anything about the other prizes.
I'm
Well,
curious.
Here's the other thing, that these things kind of go by the wayside, and we don't hear a lot about it. What happened to that event that just took place with the marketplace around Thanksgiving, where if you spent so much in reward points, you would be eligible to get like a hat and some other stuff? Do you remember that, Jennifer?
The Mafia Wars dog tag.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
When is that being shipped? So here's what happened, though, with this whole Dre thing
Oh, yeah,
getting
the
back on target.
controversy.
The event released, and then the first thing that came out in the event was the headphones that you could get. And that appeared to work just fine until they released these doctor's orders, which was the second item you had to start collecting. Well, the problem was, and this was picked up by a lot of fans, that the single quote in doctors was breaking the links as they were being created. And it was actually causing problems not only for the Linkinator and the Getnator and such, it was also causing problems for Zynga's own internal processes. We at Spockholm started digging, and Martin, I'll give him credit for finding a better way around it than I was heading down the path for. And he came up with a solution that allowed us to recreate the links, and it's now working fine. So we've actually got the Linkinator actually fixing a problem broken already in the game.
That
now,
rocks.
We also said that
Yeah.
the easy fix for Zynga would be to just call it doctor orders instead of doctor's orders, with the hyphen. I mean, with the apostrophe, and then they'll be fine, and they wouldn't have to change anything in the game. I kind of joked about it. I posted something. I don't even remember what I wrote.
You said Linkinator will now dish out prescriptions like nobody's business.
That's right. That's right. And then I said even Dr. Dre, I think, would be proud.
Would approve.
Yeah.
Sweet.
And then I wrote an article about what you did. And
That's
put
awesome, though. They should hire
pictures.
you.
Well, yeah, and it's the weekend, and they fixed a major event. I think they should get props for that.
Well, hopefully they'll fix it fine before too long, because like I said, the easy fix, without having to change any code, would be to remove the single tick, or what we call a tick, but it's just an apostrophe. If they remove that out, their normal coding wouldn't have to be changed, and it would be the fastest fix to it. And they've changed names on things before, obviously, from missions to operations and so on. So,
Which
now,
is confusing me to death.
I'm still confused about that, too.
Yeah, I
but-
don't like that either.
But you can at least now talk about what the missions are all about. These new missions
Yes.
are all about. Are they like Frontierville?
Oh, I hope not.
I believe so. I've never played the other games as far as doing other things not related to getting a Mafia Wars item. But I've heard other people say they're like the quests or goals in the other games. They're pretty cool. They're kind of addicting, and I spent some reward points because I didn't want to wait. There's a big misconception out there that, I finished Italy and New York, therefore I'm not going to get these missions. And that's not true. There's 3 types of missions. There's city missions, which people who haven't finished Italy or New York will get. And those of us who've mastered everything, we're going to get what's called contract missions. And they're kind of the same thing. And the third type, they're going to be special missions, like events. So anyways, you're going to have a new drop bar on your page. It's going to be on every page of Mafia Wars. And it's a silvery white bar. It'll be underneath the main tabs. And it'll say missions. You can click on it to open it up to get everything you need to know about the mission. And the drop bar itself will also track your progress, so whichever objective you're working on. Now, missions consist of objectives. When you meet those tasks, then you will complete the mission and get your reward. And the rewards are kind of equivocal to your experience level or how much energy you have. I'm not exactly sure yet. But the rewards are pretty nice. Like I was getting 2,000 experience points. You can use that to your advantages when it comes to leveling and things like that. So they're really fun. They've rolled them out to a very small percentage of players, and they're going to just slowly roll it out like they're doing with the home page and the inventory page.
Right. Well, those have changed with mine, so hopefully I'm in line to understand what you're talking about soon.
Yeah, I know. I have pictures of everything on the blog.
Well, it sounds like fun.
Yeah, and you'll go to your fight list and you'll see little red icons of the people you're supposed to attack and kill. Oh. So you do 6, and it'll say like open up 6 mystery bags or collect on 2 properties, go to New York and do this job 15 times. So There's a lot of exciting things to do. And they're really fun. The problem is when you get to a task that's time consuming. One of them is build 2 items in your weapons depot. So if you don't want to use reward points, you have to wait 2 days to finish it.
Oh, wow.
Or collect on your properties. Like you can collect once and then you got to wait. And I had one to declare war on somebody twice. So that's where I think the addiction's going to kick in and people may use reward points.
Well, I'm looking forward to at least seeing how that goes.
You'll like it.
Yeah, I need something new to do. So,
and they're tailored to everyone's account, so no 2 people will have the exact same order or missions.
Mine will probably roll out like on Christmas Eve when I'm super, super busy.
Yeah,
something like that, and I'll want to play and I can't. Well, that sounds really cool. So we're gonna cut away to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back.
It might be Santa coming to talk about the 12 Days of Christmas, because we've got the 12 Days of Christmas event coming up at the Informant podcast.
Ho, ho, ho! Merry Christmas!
Look at me, I'm riding high in Santa's sleigh. It's a Christmas special time for me. Oh, shut up, Cartman!
When is that starting?
It's going to start on December 13th, and it's going to run through the December 24th. And on each day, we've got a set of prizes. We're going to pick a winner each day, and we've got a bunch of stuff given away. We got 100 rangefinder rifles. We've got the Pantheon Trophies collection, championship belt collection, some Goldsmobiles, and then when we start getting closer to Christmas, we're going to give away a diamond set, and then a lotto set, and then a $15 Mafia Wars gift card, and then a gift card and a lotto set.
Okay, we're back with the family life, but we don't have Chainsaw Chester tonight. So we're going to try to tie up a few loose ends with things we've got going on that we haven't had a chance to talk about.
You've all been saved this evening.
Yes, you have.
No Chester.
Chester is out. I'm sorry. And I meant to say Mig Chainsaw Chester. So forgive me now.
We all love him like a brother.
Yes,
from another mother.
Yeah.
We're going totally gangster tonight.
We're going to do Dr. Dre.
Homies. It's so funny about the whole rap thing with Mafia Wars just keeps going through my mind.
It's the one and only D.R.E. Dr. Dre, Lil Buck. You know I'm mobbing with the D.O.G.
There is a rap song for Mafia Wars.
Is there? Who sings
Yeah.
that?
I don't know. I'll have to find it on YouTube.
They'll have to redo it with Dr. Dre and Snoop running it.
Oh, that would be cool. A good song.
May as well throw 50 Cent. And he's probably going to do the next break, right?
Yeah.
It'll be called Clip, Clip, Clip.
That's really funny. I had a really cool week in Mafia Wars. Personally, I got so many of my achievements. I think I got 6 this week. But
Wow.
I finished Italy. I finished Las Vegas.
Wow.
I did a lot this week. I had a really good Mafia War week. And I even gained 80 reward points on the slot machines.
Sweet.
I'm impressed.
I'm like really bored. That's why I'm saying I'm really looking forward to the missions.
Yeah, you want the missions.
Yeah, I need something new because now I'm just seriously working in Atlantic City.
Oh, I finished that. That was a pain in the butt.
So let's see. We still have our 12 Days of Christmas contest going on. We had a few more winners. James Britt, Susan Levitz. Yeah, that ought to be a fun one to say.
Oh, great.
Ojo Katkwan. Oh, whatever. Let's see. James won the Continental Rings collection. Susan Levitz won the championship belts. And Ojo won the Goldsmobiles.
Nice. Susan Levitz actually really needed that, and she was able to vault. That's always exciting when someone actually needs something.
Yeah.
So we got a few more days left. Obviously 5. So get your name in. Make sure you get in on that because we've got some good stuff coming up too. Because we've got the gift cards are coming down towards the end there, and we've got some other stuff that we're just glad we can kind of give back during this time. We'll announce Chester's winners of his last-minute lotto contest thing that he threw together. We decided to go ahead and give away a set to each of the people that were the first to respond on the fan page, the actual Informant Podcast website, and we also received a tip on the tip line through email. We're going to go ahead and give a set to each and every one of you for responding to that. Since Chester wasn't planning on giving it out of his stash anyway, we'll go ahead and get that taken care of.
I was going to say, that was really generous, Chester. And now you're telling me it's not even his dad.
Well, see, this is why he probably didn't show tonight, because he
Yeah.
didn't want to be responsible for having to
I
give...
see.
No.
Pete and I have to go into our stash.
have to give up our
That's funny.
private stashes of lotto sets to go ahead and get them taken care of. Who are those winners anyway, Jenna?
Well, we had Jalmar Luna
Cool.
won a set, and Stephen Donovan, which has been a good big fan of the show for a long time, and Lee Kempter. So
Awesome.
Congratulations, all of you, because that was very generous of Pete to decide to make it all 3.
And thanks
Yeah.
everybody for taking the time to respond to the discussion boards, and thanks for listening. You know, we have a very steady stream of listeners, and we appreciate each and every one of you. Oh, my goodness gracious, I almost forgot. We've got the meet and greet coming up.
Yes, we do, and I'm really excited about it. 'cause,
I am too, actually.
From what I heard, you've got some Scooby snacks.
I am known for the Scooby snacks, and we're going to have Papa John's brought in, so we've got some food there when people are partaking in the beverage. We will have some Papa John's brought in, courtesy of the Informant Podcast. We'll have some other neat gifts that I hadn't given too much information on. Jenna's got some secrets up her sleeve.
Yeah, we've got some secrets. You got to show up.
Yep. So, and then, of course, Nate Zinga Man is going to be there. He'll have some stuff he'll be giving away, too. So,
Yeah,
it'll be
they've
a good
actually
night. Just
donated
getting-
up a jacket and some T-shirts. We've got all kinds of stuff. So it's going to be fun. It's kind of little Christmas happy hour Mafia War style. So.
That's right. So, where's that at, Jenna?
It's at the Jet Hotel in downtown Denver, which is, if you're from the Denver area, it's known as Lodo. So it's going to be a lot of fun, though.
I think so.
Does anyone have any shout outs?
I want to say hi to Ken Dodson. He's a friend from RX that's been a great supporter of the show and always leaves a lot of positive feedback. So I want to give him a little shout. What about you?
I have 2. My
Okay.
first one, I'm going to steal one of Pete's old shout outs. I want to give a shout out to Ike Meyer. Hopefully I said his last name right. He's become a guest blogger on my blog, and he's put together some articles on some of the spot comb tools and just some kind of fun facts on statistics. So I want to thank him for that, and he's doing a great job. And the comments I'm getting on his articles are very positive, and I think the people like it. My last shout out is so you all can find out what went on with the Mission Possible event started by David Reedy, where the traders donated all their lotto sets and gave them away to people who don't trade and would have no other way to vault it.
Mm-hmm.
And they were able to help 1,086 people vault the lotto collection.
Very nice.
Yeah,
That's really cool.
Pete, any shout outs?
I'm always going to shout out to the Spocks or Spocklets, whichever we want to call them. Eventually, I'll come up with a consistent name to use with them. But yeah, Spocklets over at Spockholm. Everybody there is just incredible. It's a great group of people. There's, in every walk of life, I mean, in every level of Mafia wars, that is learning the tools that we write for the first time to those that have been using them for years. Want to give a shout out to every one of them. Give a special shout out to Roberto Pretis of Spockholm, and he was one of the ones that, at least that, I'm sure there were others that mentioned it too, but he was one of the ones that posted a comment on one of our main feeds about the apostrophe problem with the doctor's orders. So I'm sure there's others that found it, and if I'm not giving credit to the wrong people, not double negative, which means that it's positive. So deal with it. So I just wanted to give him a shout out because he was the one that first brought it to my attention, and then that's where we started heading down the path of finding a solution for it. I'm appreciative to those people that take the time to share their information that they find to help us make our tools better. Great show, guys. We had lots of information as usual. If anybody ever has any questions or whatever, they can reach us on the web at informantpodcast.com. Certainly send us an email if you need to at tip@informantpodcast.com. And then you can always reach us on the Rant line, which is always interesting. Jana, you want to tell them that number?
The number is 707-TIP-6852.
This is the Informant Podcast, the place where family is first.
I wanna cross, get 'em crashing to the brand new world. I wanna ride.